What's up guys, Captain Arya from the Esports Club here with some pretty awesome news. Now as you probably know, we've been running the WD Black TEC League for Rainbow Six Siege powered by LG Ultragear for the past few months. As we come into August with our final season of the league, we wanted to celebrate with you guys who have made this an amazing experience and an extremely successful esports event. We've teamed up with some of our favorite partners to give away an entire esports PC for one lucky viewer. Yes, one of you is going to take home a complete PC featuring some of these awesome parts. First up, we've got the LG Ultragear 27GL 650F gaming monitor, 27-inch, 144Hz, 1ms with an IPS panel to make sure you're at the top of your esports game without sacrificing picture quality. Then we've got an amazing lineup of accessories coming in from HYPERX to make sure that you're always on top of your game. Cloud Stinger Core gaming headset. For the keyboard, you've got the awesome HYPERX Alloy FPS RGB mechanical keyboard. Then your mouse is the HYPERX PULSEFIRE Surge. It's got a brilliant RGB all around the mouse. For the mousepad, you've got the HYPERX Fury S. That is the speed edition of the extended mousepad. And then of course for your memory, you've got the HYPERX Fury RGB RAM. You've got 16 gigs at 3400 megahertz. Next up, we've got the WD Blue SN550 NVMe SSD to make sure you're spending as little time loading and booting up and spend more time gaming. And then of course, at the heart of this PC is the Ryzen 5 3600X CPU. Now, as you know it, at the heart of every gaming PC is a great GPU. So we've teamed up with Zotac Gaming to give you a brand new RTX 2060 because frames win games and there should be nothing between you and top of the line performance. Next up, we've teamed up with NZXT, who make some of the best and most premium PC components on the market. Powering your PC is going to be the C850 fully modular power supply, and your cooling solutions are going to be taken care of the KRAKEN X63 all-in-one liquid cooler. Now we wanted to make this PC something truly special, and while the NZXT H510 Elite is a great cabinet for anyone, it wasn't enough. We teamed up with NZXT to give the winner of this giveaway a brand new NZXT H510 Siege Edition cabinet. This is a limited edition licensed Rainbow Six Siege themed cabinet from NZXT. There are only 500 of these in the world and just a handful coming to India. The side panels of this cabinet are themed in the wall and door reinforcement designs from Rainbow Six Siege, and there is an illuminated 6 icon on the front panel along with a 6 icon charm and a puck in the signature breach charge design, which is only available with the H510 Siege. And one lucky winner on this giveaway is going to get a full esports PC sitting inside this beautiful cabinet. Now that you know everything that there is in the giveaway, the question is how you can take part. Well, it's fairly simple. First, head on to the link in the description of this video. Once you're at the giveaway landing page, fill out your details and follow the instructions. First, head on over to Facebook, make sure you're following us. 2, make sure you're following the Esports Club on Instagram. And 3, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Simple so far. Now the interesting part. In a 1-minute video on Instagram, tell us why you deserve this epic new PC from the Esports Club and all our partners. Make sure you follow the instructions carefully, use the right hashtags, tag the right accounts, and you can be one step closer to winning this epic setup. Now that's it guys, just a little bit of work and you can be one step closer to getting yourself your dream PC. I'm Captain Arya and this is the Esports Club, and we hope to see you in our next tournament.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Ready to breach.
Go, go, go! Follow my lead!
What's up guys, Captain Arya from the Esports Club here.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the W Black D Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear, in association with Fibernet, Zotac Gaming, and Games The Shop. I'm your host, Blackjack. Joining me is my co-host and analyst, Baba Gusta, and our admin, Mr. Reborn, as we are here for the beginning of the final week of Season 5. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is a bittersweet time to be where we are today. Season 5 and the league is about to end, but we've got an entire week's worth of very exciting Siege action ahead of all of our viewers, of ourselves, and of course our players here in the league structure. But before we get into the final week, a quick reminder to all of our viewers to check out the Esports Club socials on Facebook and Instagram for the giveaway of a limited edition Rainbow Six Siege PC featuring a special edition NZXT Siege themed cabinet. There's only 500 of these across the world, so if you want to have a chance of winning one of these for yourselves, check out the Esports Club on Facebook and Instagram and the link down in the description below for details on how to enter yourselves into this giveaway. With all of that being said and done, It is about to be a very, very exciting day ahead of us as it is day 5 for Division 3 in Season 5. It is, yep, that's right, day 5. We're almost done with Div 3, almost done with the league. But again, there's quite a bit more to go, just as we mentioned earlier. And right now, we're going to be having Nat versus Sync Ignite, a big match coming up for all of our viewers at home. As if we take a quick look at the Division 3 standings. Actually, now that I think about it, more on that from our analyst Baba Gusta over at the Analyst Desk. Baba, the mic is yours.
Well, thank you, Jack. And just you were talking about the standings. Let me actually tell you, Nat has undefeated, winning total of 4 matches in Division 3. And when it comes to Sync Ignite, their aggressive pushes are quite working out indeed. 3-1, I believe, where Sync Ignite actually lost against Knaves Gaming, also known as former Zeus Sabers. So yeah, with them going up against Team Sync Ignite is going to be a really interesting one indeed, because we actually did see some aggressive playstyles coming in, especially from Sync Ignite. Eventually, catching the other teams off guard, especially on the side of KL11 and also Team L2K. Sync Ignite, really surprised me off of it, defeating Team L2K in such a wonderful fashion here. Not to be I really don't want to forget about Drish here. On the side of Team Nat, his performance when it comes to playing as the hard breacher on support, as well as being the fragger for his team, proves to be quite efficient. And this time going up against Sync Ignite is going to be one hell of a match indeed. Coming to the community votes, we're going to be seeing Nat having a total of 67%, whereas on the side of Sync Ignite, 33%. The viewers are hopefully actually going on the side of Team Nat. But yeah, it's really interesting to see how well that these teams have been performing quite well on Division 3. How like Doctor on the other side of Sync Ignite, not to be not to be confused with the Doctor on Team Mercenaries, though. This Doctor is quite difficult indeed. Maybe he might be a big fan of our player on Team Mercenaries, who knows. But still, his performance on Division 3 is quite extraordinary indeed, getting those important frags on both attack on defense. We actually did see him getting those early kills on the early kills on aggressive attack. It's really great to see how well these guys have been performing. So I would most probably would like to say this might be a battle about who's going to be the better attack on both of these teams. We actually did see them perform on how great coordination both of these teams have, especially on Nat. Those crossfire angles, no matter if one of those teams gets picked out, the instant trade will happen in both of them. So looking by that, we actually can be able to connect the dots, see if they are up to the task, since that they are in the high standings. Maybe we might be able to see something great, because who knows. I mean, it's quite wonderful to see how these players perform, and I'm really excited to see how well it's going to be going down.
Absolutely right. There's Sync Ignite and Nat, a very, very interesting game coming up to our screens in just a quick moment. However, just a reminder for all of our viewers that currently Nat's win-loss, that is round conversion ratio, is at a positive 15. That is the highest in the in Division 3, obviously, but also it is about more than 2 times what Team L2K in second place has. L2K's round conversion rate is 6, positive 6. Nat is at positive 15. So even if, say, Sync Ignite wins this game and they equalize in the number of wins and points that they have to Nat, if their round conversion rate isn't up to scratch, they still might not be able to take first place. It would have to be a pretty dominating win from Sync to be able to dethrone Nat from the current top spot of the league. With all that being said, New Oregon is the map that both teams have selected today, and we are going to be heading into the match right now, ladies and gentlemen. It is Nat versus Sync Ignite, and we are here on the band phase on the map of Oregon. A beautiful rework, if I do say so myself. Even if, I don't really have a preference between this and Old Oregon. I kind of like both equally. So it is It is what it is. Actually, speaking of which, Baba, question for you. Which map do you like better, New Oregon or older Oregon?
Well, Old Oregon has its own trait, but looking at the rework on how well that they've managed to give a chance for both defenders and attackers, I would definitely would like to go for the new Oregon, because for the attackers it has multiple amounts of executions they can be able to go on. So, for an example, we actually did see on the side of blue barrels, that's one execution that the attackers can be able to do. But if the whole defenders are thinking that, you know what, I think we need to invest a lot of defense on blue bunker, which gives the attacker another execute that would be on the freezer room. I mean, that's not the only to execute. You still have more in which you can be able to come out, though. You still have the main basement stairs, which actually connects from the laundry, and then you have the secondary stage, which is at the big tower stairs. So for the attackers, holding more angles, get those lines of sights against the defenders, especially if you have a hard breacher on it. If you just open up the wall and get those perfect angles, it's really great for the attackers to hold angles, but also it is very efficient for the defenders, especially the roamers who wants to get in on that perfect position and get those perfect flank kills. So New Oregon is actually really good and improved. And yes, if you want me to count as the favorite map, I would definitely go on as the New Oregon.
And definitely some interesting points right there, Bob. I do agree how that New Oregon is slightly more versatile when it comes to attacker-defender holds. But regardless, it's a decision. It is, of course, a subjective mentality that leads to either one of us preferring New or Old Oregon, right? At the end of the day. So, like, I would probably say I prefer Old Oregon more. But I do see New Oregon has quite a lot of advantages over Old Oregon, and in some areas it's just a little weaker. But of course, that's a discussion for another day. As of right now, we are in round one. The ban phase, of course, did conclude. It was Thatcher, Nomad, Wamai, and Mira. A fairly interesting set of bans right there. Of course, the Wamai and Mira ban is sort of like a combo, the way it works, even though Nat and Sync Ignite, they ban them individually. But with those two bans, a blue bunker hold is going to be very, very difficult coming out from the side of Sync Ignite. They do look like they want to emphasize on those particular areas. Even then, we saw the smoke making the rotate into blue bunker. But who knows? Maybe Calculated has a different idea at hand. Speaking of Calculated, let's have a quick look at both of the rosters that are here in the lobby for us today. From the side of Nat, we've got Drish, Haveli, Dexter, Roni the Simp. Yeah, that's a pretty interesting name right there. And Mist, and oh dear me, Sandy's is going to start things out by taking off Drish. That's a big early kill right there. I was just about to get to both Drish and Sandy's, but before that, we've got Calculated, of course the Jaeger Sandy's, Dr. Trexon Bomb, and Soul Shaker on the side of Sync Ignite. Speaking of Sandy's and Drish, they are, of course, both in the MVP standings of Division 3 as of the end of Week 2. Drish winning out the MVP standing, actually your MVP for Division 3 in Week 2. A fantastic week from him, a 1.7 KD ratio, which is pretty decent, especially having finished the second week of the entirety of the league, at least this season. While Sandy's, he was unfortunately in the 5th spot, but that's not to say he didn't do a good himself. He did fantastic as well. All that out of the way, we do have a blue bunker hold coming in. A slightly improvised one. We've got somebody that is the Goyo holding on behind a single reinforcement on the bunker wall, facing into that buffer room right there, but we had Haveli right there, throw in a concussive. Unfortunately, Soul Shaker is going to be able to fall back as Roni's taking a bit of shots. The Ash, low on HP. That's an impact grenade goes out. That blows up the Goya shield. And Calculated is low on HP. There's an IQ pushing down the back stairs. He's trying to escape, and he will barely with his life right there. Just about escapes the clutch of death, and Trexon Bomb is actually going to take out Haveli. Was that a one-tap right there? We only heard a single bullet from the SMG-11 go out. But at the end of the day, it's a couple of big drops here from Nat, as there goes another one, Dexter. I'm not sure what he was trying to do right there. He took the fall, as the Goyer will fall as well. Mist is going to take that kill, but he's going to get refragged in by the mute inside of blue bunker immediately. Looks like a little bit of an improvised blue bunker hold is all that Sync Ignite needed, as Nat, unfortunately, have fallen apart, and the Ash will fall as well on the back stairs. Calculated will take the kill. Roni, the Sip, goes down. And it is the first round in favor of Sync Ignite on a Basement Laundry, which actually leads me to my next point about Oregon, something I actually wanted to talk about before the round began in proper, which is New Oregon, the thing about it is it's quite defender sided as it stands right now. Now, I understand, when we've had matches with L2K in play or Vector Sports and Div 2 in play, it's been an attacker sided day. But in general, the consensus is that this map is defender-sided. With Nat at the top of the table, they would definitely look to take full advantage of that. But so would Sync Ignite, and Ignite definitely did in that first round. As now they're going to be headed to second floor dorms and
Attackers
dorms
need to
main
locate
hall.
and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Well, Sync Ignite winning their first defense on basement garage thanks to that aggressive plays coming in from Sandy's as he eliminates Drish. The Maverick, the breaching torches as well as the frag grenades won't be in effect anymore. But this time in round 2, I hope Drish will be careful enough to see how Sync Ignite's aggressiveness would carry on. And with that, we're going to be seeing a lot of ADS utilities being used on the side of Attic. 2 of them, I believe. Third, I believe it's going to be used on the side of Trophy Room. Yes, Trophy Room, to make sure that they would waste quite a lot of utilities so that they can be able to take out that deployable shield. And with that, Drish, we actually did see him performing really well in the previous matchups. Quite a lot of the carry, as I would like to say. Well, will he be able to carry their team yet again, knowing the fact that they don't have DZ and I believe Daisy, who are important players on the side of Team Mad, but instead we're going to be seeing 2 players instead. That would be Ronnie and Mist. That we're going to be seeing Drish using a small hole indeed. He's not going to be wasting that a lot. And I believe Elas actually might be able to see it. There you go. He's going to be... that's going to be Doctor. He's going to be whipping up his secondary pistol. Needs to be careful because there is a window being opened from the Zofia herself. Tries to go for the peak instead, but unfortunately he won't be able to get that frag just yet. There's a total of 2 deployable shield being placed on the attic room, which would give a lot of cover for the defenders, but for the attackers they don't have any utilities to destroy it except the frag grenades being used here. Doctor taking quite a lot of damage, and looks like it's a pistol shot, but Doctor whips out the TCSG to take him out. That was really quite weird to see that, but Dexter with the G8 LMG will be able to shut down Doctor. So the 2 sisters of Zofia and Ella won't be in play anymore. Equalizing the round indeed as Trexon goes down from the attic, tries to contest right from below, and still needs to be careful on the meeting room as Dexter finds another one. That is Soul Shaker gone. He's going to hit another one. Trexon is down indeed. Well, looks like the whole team of Sync Ignite is down indeed, as it is all down to Sandy's, and he needs to clutch this one out in a 1v4 situation here. He has a lot of utilities, he has good amount of decent intel. The only thing is how will he be able to get it. He's going to be able to take 2 players off on the side of Team Nat. This might be a higher chances for Sandy's to clutch run out here. Looks like the push coming in from Drish as Sandy's going to take another one. That's a triple kill, equalizing the round yet again. He knows the final inter of where Drish is. Be careful here. Push comes in and look at that. Sandy with the recovery as he eliminates Drish. What great gunplays coming in from Sync Ignite. Sandy, the man of round 2. He's going to be winning his team, giving Sync Ignite a 2-0. That was a really great recovery coming in. Sync Ignite is definitely on a roll here, ladies and gents, and they are not going to give Nat a single round indeed.
That is exactly why Sandy's is in the top 5 of the MVP leaderboard, ladies and gentlemen. A 1v4, a very rare sight to see in the league itself, as we are all well aware of what he just did. The initial double swinging onto the main breach of Attic was what really set the round in his favor, and then the utilities, the remaining utilities for the side of the defense, the Gershpot mines, of course, and it's just a little bit of intel is all that he needed to get that clutch happen. That was fantastic, even though Nat, they definitely could have done better. I understand the initial double kill was them being caught out by surprise. However, the second bit of that, the Ash coming in through the main window and then the Maverick from Attic, they could have done a little bit better, maybe positioned themselves better, maybe regrouped and done a double push. I'll try to pincer, locate and pincer the Jaeger. Unfortunately, they did not. That's why the Sandy's was all too happy to take full advantage of that. Right now, it is a first floor meeting and kitchen, curiously enough. The side that we've seen lost two defenders quite a lot as of late, ladies and gentlemen. Even though it's a side that's been picked quite a bit, it's a side that's also lost quite a bit. However, right now, meeting and kitchen is going to be in play. There will be a little bit of emphasis towards the side of dining and the dining wall facing small tower. The Valkyrie is in play. Intel is king in Rainbow Six Siege, as the saying goes, and as the saying will probably stand till the end of time. Dexter, he's got the IQ once again. The G8A1, a fantastic LMG. Although, you know, it's probably due for a couple of nerfs. Who knows? Maybe not. It's up to the devs to really decide. But if you ask me, the G8A1 is pretty powerful ever since it got the angle drip. At least for IQ. Amaru's kind of like, she doesn't have an abundance of choice when it comes to her primaries. It's either a shotgun or the G81, so that is completely understandable. Bandit batteries are being spotted. Dexter with the RAD scanner trying to find those utilities. Isn't going to be finding anything for the time being, as right now, not much coming in. Not much coming in from the side of either teams. Round 3 underway. Well and truly, checks on bomb. He could go for a big C4 play on this Maverick right now. All he's got to do is be careful, but there's the intel coming in from Nat. They know exactly where he is. And of course, attic window is a point of contention for them, because Haveli, the Zofia, is sitting and waiting to make a push happen. At least try and get a couple of kills. The grenade's being prepared, and the Valkyrie is gonna have to fall back. She has, leaving Attic a little unsecure for now, but this is actually going to start things off by taking down Sandy's. That's a pretty big kill right there. MVP of... Ooh, there we go. MVP for a reason. He found 2, but unfortunately he's going to be refragged onto, at least down for the time being. The Maestro's coming in to find that kill. He'll be able to uncontest it. There we go. Finishes her off and falls back. It is still a little bit of an unfortunate situation, because those 2 drops from Drish were huge. Sandy's your smoke and the Valkyrie, that is Checkson Bomb, are unfortunately off the board for the side of Sync Ignite's defense, while Nat have only lost 1, and that to the Ash. Calculated, he's trying to hold off against 2 angles, or at least 1 for the time being. He's going to know that Haveli has fallen back, while Mist could come in on second floor of Big Tower. He actually won't, because he's got a main breach open, which means Roni is unfortunately going to be alone for some time until the Zofia comes in. But no, he's going to go down through that shot angle that he made earlier. But there we go. The Jaeger who just killed him is going to get refragged. Calculator goes down. Mist takes that kill, and that leaves the side of the defense in a 2v3. Yeah, a little bit of a disadvantage for them. Dexter, he's the man with the diffuser. He's going to have to come in for the plant any second. Now, Soultaker's watching this. He's going to find a Haveli. Will he find one more? No, he won't. There's 2 attackers pushing him. And now it's a 1v2 down to Dr. the Maestro. He's coming in for the flank. But I think the Thermites heard him out. He definitely knows where he's coming from. He's got a prone peak rolling. Will he find the head? Yes, he will. Will he find the IQ? Yes, he will. Dr. the man coming out with the LMG on the Maestro. You do not contest that on an angle like that. Even if you are prone peaked, Maestro will make sure to punish, and that is exactly what he did. Another clutch coming out for Sync Ignite, ladies and gentlemen, as they are indeed on a roll. We had a 1v4 in the last round and a 1v2 in this round, and they are now 3-0 up on the scoreboard on round 4, and we're headed to basement, laundry, and supply room all over again.
Well, 2 clutches in a row, and Sync Ignite is on a roll. Doctor with the clutch 1v2 with the Maestro Alda, a very devastating weapon indeed. And looks like Sync Ignite getting those 3 important wins on defense. They looks like they are well prepared indeed. Round 4 will be in play, as they are going to be defending on basement laundry. It is going to be
protect your bombs from being
an interesting sight to see, because according to the past 3 rounds that we've been seeing, they've successfully won on supply, kids, and meeting room. This time, as Nat, they really have to be prepared quite a little bit. We actually did see Driss getting those 2 important kills on the side of, Sync Ignite, taking out 2 players on the side of Kitchen, but he did not see the bullet holes being used from Doctor himself when he was playing as the Maestro with the Alda, getting that kill, shutting down the important frag indeed, Drish, and with that, Sandy's still on top of the leaderboard. 5 kills in 4 rounds with that beautiful 1v4 clutch that we get to witness. And Nat not having to win any single attacks is giving them quite a lot of problems for them. Especially those two important operators on the side of Sync Ignite, Doctor and Sandy Z, proving to be quite efficient on defense. Will they be able to counter it yet again? Drish, he'll be doing his roaming duties indeed, as he's going to be droning out the side on the stairs, as Sandy's going to be playing on the side of dining hall. Just for it's just a moment of time and he get the perfect intel to get those perfect kills indeed. Two of those players, Dexter holding an angle on the side of Classroom just to make sure that the flank on the side of Sync Ignite will be able to work out indeed, as flashbangs will be thrown out, as Trexton will be playing also very close on laundry storage with the shotgun in hand. Now, the only problem that the attackers don't have is a hard breacher, in which they actually do have a hard breacher indeed, but they won't be able to quickly take it out, because Maverick, he has to line up his breaching towers to hopefully get those hatches opened, as we're going to be seeing Sandy Z contesting a lot of gunplay against Dexter, as he's going to be using a casual lifeline to go down. A grave mistake indeed, as Sandy almost claims the life. Dexter is currently down, but with that rotate coming in, he's going to be dealing a lot of damage on the side of Team Matt. A really great start coming in, but will Nat may be able to recover it this time? All of the players indeed, they decided to change their rotation indeed. I believe they looks like they are going to be going on the side of big towers and meeting. The only problem is they just have to wait for the right moment to get onto, as we're going to be seeing Mez holding an angle. Tags quite a little bit of damage from Texans SMG-11, and this, look at that, he's actually quite prepped and ready. The only problem is we still need the Maverick open up the hatches, as the execution will be in such a strong notice indeed. Concussion nade comes in, but won't be able to detonate it right in front of Jaeger, as he is rotated back with a really great angle being placed onto, as Dexter, if he tries to push on in, one single bullet is all it needs to get the shot at, as Sandy, he's going to tag out a lot of damage to Haveli, and looks like he gets 2 kills from that without having any problem indeed, as Soulseeker will also do the same, eliminating one important player, and that would be Drish. Those 3 important operators off, but that beautiful nade comes in from Ronnie as he eliminates Calculated. Push comes in from Mist as he pushes in from the boiler room, but immediately gets shut down from the Goyo instead, as he will get 2 kills. 3 kills with Soulshaker and 2 kills with Sandy Z to finish off on round 4, as they will succeed in Basement Laundry. 2 more rounds for Sync Ignite on defense, and look, judging by how well it's been going on to, they might be able to win the entire defense rounds, Jack.
The way it's going, Baba, it most certainly could go that way. 4-0 is the scoreline right now. And oh boy, it is definitely going to be pretty interesting to see what goes on from this point onwards. This is definitely not the Nat we saw in the last 2 weeks of play, ladies and gentlemen. The Nat that has completely obliterated the competition in these last 2 weeks of play. No. This is not the Nat we've seen. They have unfortunately failed to show up for these first 4 rounds, making some very unfortunate mistakes, some rookie mistakes even, some might call it. But then again, you know, they are new to the league, and while a good team in and of themselves, if every good team has their off day, so it could just be not having a little bit of a bad day, and who knows, they could come back even stronger from this in this very match itself, or if not, then the next one that they play tomorrow. Right now, Sync Ignite are in the driver's seat, and they're not just in the driver's seat, they are pretty much like speeding in the highway in the driver's seat, for that matter. It's a car that refuses to stop. It's an immovable, an unstoppable object, unstoppable force that is, will not become the immovable object that they face so far. Doesn't quite look like it. Impact has been made, and the immovable object has been pushed back ever so slightly. So I guess it's not that immovable anymore. Soulshaker, he's going to be going for a little bit of a peek onto that tree right there on the white van spawn area. But nobody's out by that nobody's out by there, so he won't be finding anybody to go with the Vector. But Sandy's is going to go down. Drish takes the kill. That's a pretty big one right there. Early in the round, Sandy's unfortunately won't be doing any more damage as this match has been his match of double kills, ladies and gentlemen. Sandy's, whenever he gets going, it's not just one kill that he gets. Oh no, he always makes it a point to get more than one. It's always multi-kills. It could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 1v4 that we got to see back in round 2. However, he won't be influencing this round any farther. Gershman's going to go out. That's Doctor putting out those pieces of utility for his team as the Maverick is trying to help out the Thermite. There's a Meat Jammer that's stopping the Thermite from breaching, but no, the Meat Jammer will be taken off the board. The main breach will happen, and Doctor with the Scorpion Evo is going to be facing the attackers coming in onto Attic, and he will actually find one. That's a one-tap onto Haveli. Doctor, beautifully done right there. But he's got to find 2 more. There's a Maverick and a Thermite still playing around that area. Dexter's taking a bit of damage. That may have been Trek Sun Bomb with the SMG-11 pre-firing away down below the hatch. Ooh, the LS been spotted. Shots are being fired, but who will find who first? It's a back and forth between both of these ops right now. Oh, Doctor's trying to one-tap with that jiggle peek. Not quite coming out for him. Missed. Holding on the cross angle with the Maverick to make sure that nobody else manages to push up. But they still have to get that L out of there. Frag grenade goes out. Will that take out the Vulcan shield? I don't think it has. There may have been an ADS to stop that. Yes, there was. More shots being fired. Now the Maverick seems to have rotated towards the attic window, but still not finding anybody. No luck whatsoever from the side of Nat. However, Roni's actually going to finally find the LS. Just as I say that, will he find one more? No, the Mute pushed up and had to pull back. Checks on bomb. He knows that taking that fight won't be the best situation in the world for him. He's trying to get up on the shelf right now as Dex is going to find Soul Shaker. In the meanwhile, the Goyo goes down. And now it's a 4v2. Nat is firmly in the lead, but we've seen them have worse luck from here. No, they won't. Drish is going to take Calculated, and it's all down to Chuck Sunbomb, the last man standing. They know where he is. Shots are about to be fired. He's being followed, and he will drop inside of kids' dorms as Drish will be the one to take that kill, cleaning up on this round and finishing up the side of Sync Ignite. Round 5 goes to Nat on the attack, and they finally put a round on board for themselves here on Oregon. Round 6 is going to be in play, and it's 4-1 in favor of Sync Ignite.
Well, 4-1. Finally, we're going to be seeing Team Nat winning their first attack against Sync Ignite, as their heavily aggression on the side of defense has unfortunately come to an end. A really great patience coming in from Ronnie as well as Dexter, finding those perfect kills, finding those perfect, frags. An early frag indeed, getting those important kills gave them the win. Now we're going to be seeing a 6-pick coming in from Calculated, as he's going to be changing him from the Bandit to the Bandit. That is one of the most 100 IQ plays that you're going to be ever seeing, because that 6-pick might blow their minds away, especially on the side of Team Nat. So we're going to be proceeding to the prep phase, as they will actually decide to go on second floor kids yet again. Looks like they're just going to adapt to whatever mistakes they made on the previous round, rather than shifting on the side of basement garage. Now, we actually did see Sandy's making a great frags indeed, but in that previous round, we did see him, quite shaken up, as I would like to call it. With on the side of attackers, we actually do need to appreciate a lot of, cross angles being placed, especially Dexter and Ronnie making those important plays indeed, giving the team the push that they need and the execution to be perfect. We're going to be seeing them performing quite well on round 6, hopefully to make the round go 2-4 as best as they can, because that should be their main objective here, unless and until if Sync Ignite puts their round on the board on round 6. Nat bringing this back up on defense might have a lot of possibility. We actually did see, Vector's Post doing the same thing again, thanks to Sam and Shulker with those incredible clutches that they were doing on second floor kids' bedroom. Will we be able to see the same repeat yet again on this specific map? Only time will tell, as we're going to be seeing the action phase coming in, as Doctor playing also very close on the windows of wall, and he's going to get obliterated from Drift's R4C. Doctor goes down, a really bad mistake indeed, as the early frag goes in the favor of Team Nat, and that would put Sync Ignite quite a lot of pressure to hold on to, because we still going to be seeing Soul Shaker holding an angle on the side of Doms as one of the flashbangs is being thrown. Will be able to disorient a little bit on the side of the attackers, but won't be able to, deteriorate it that much. Exothermic charges being used on the side of Attic as he's going to be rotating back. That would be Kelsey. Hopefully,
A bomb has been located.
holding an angle on top of Attic would be a great option rather than going for an early frag indeed. Knowing for the fact that Doctor has been gone, going for an aggressive place would be a no-go as Soul Shaker will be able to find one. That is Drish gone. I believe that was an heavy aggression when he actually made for a run out in the window. A really great, I would say, a huge risk taking on the side of Soul Shaker, and looks like it worked out in his favor now. It's going to be a matter of time when Calculated will still be holding an angle, hopefully to take any of the certain operators off surprise, because that meeting room will provide a free kill if they don't get control of that specific hold here. A lot of grenades being thrown, but eventually it gets caught from the Jaeger's ADSs, which leads to Ronnie. My god, I actually do like to apologize that Ronnie with the nade, he's going to be able to take out Sandy's, and just like I was talking about, a free kill coming in from Calculator as he immediately eliminates Ronnie, but a huge instant frag comes in from Haveli instead. Well, make that only one operator remaining on the side of Sync Ignite, and that is TREXN Bomb. Will he be able to see the clutch yet again? Looks like there is a high chance because the diffuser is down and TREXN has control of this specific site here. The SMG-11, quite an overpowered gun as I might like to call it, but the crossfire angles will be played as TREXN Bomb really needs to be careful. He has the C4 in hand. He can be able to throw the C4 at the right moment when they try to push it in. C4 comes in. It is going to connect, putting it back to 1v1. He actually barely escapes from the big tower. That is really lucky coming in on the side of TREXN Bomb has missed. He's actually going to go for the plant here because he only has 10 seconds left. TREXN, he's rotating back from the white stairs. And with that, a post-plant situation comes in from TREXN Bomb as he needs to clutch his run out in a 1v1 situation. As sees the head and miss, takes it out immediately, denying the clutch happen on the side of Sync Ignite, as we're going to be seeing Nat winning their second attack on second floor kid's bedroom. And with that, we're going to be able to see a role swap as Team Nat is going to go on defense. A really great place coming in from the Thermite. A great place coming in from TREXN indeed, with that really great C4 play and the SMG kills to immediately deny the plant. He actually did hold an angle indeed, but in the end, Nat will emerge victorious as we're going to be seeing them defending on second floor kids' domes yet again.
A fantastic effort right there from TREXN Bomb. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out for himself as Nat was able, that is missed from Nat, was able to find his head. And it was very well played indeed, using Attic's cover, all of that cover to his advantage, knowing that all he had to do was hold on to the diffuser. Unfortunately, right towards the end, after throwing out his C4 and realizing he could only get one, he wasn't able to quite stay in position. He had to fall back, and unfortunately, falling back may not have been the best idea, as then rotating all the way up wide gave away more than enough time for the attacker that was missed to get the plant off and then secure himself a good position for the kill. Regardless, it was a fantastic effort from the man, and very well done from Nat as well to hold on to their attacking momentum, as now they're on the defense and they do have, just like I said, a good bit of momentum going into these rounds. Round 7 onwards will be them on the defense, and they're going to be looking to take full advantage of every single minute of it. Sync Ignite, they are 4-2 up. You know, it's not the worst position in the world for Nat or Sync, even though Sync Ignite would have liked to go up to roll swap 5-1 or dare I say 6-0. Nat would not allow that to happen, and that's why we're here in a 2-4 down for Nat. They need to win 2 rounds, and being Oregon on defense is definitely possible, but Sandy's... this is an interesting position he's got. If he breaks the window, which he did, unfortunately he didn't break it in the right area. Had he broken it a little bit more to the right, he could have found the mute, that's Dexter, who was prone to making some sort of breach or some sort of vertical line of sight in the main dorms hall. The soft floor of the dorms hall.
Not a peep.
Sledge making sure that the Maverick can get to work on softening up this big tower wall right now. And and that's what Jackson Bomb's going to be doing. All he's got to be careful of is C4s from through that exact breach he's trying to make. He has the gridlock that Soul Shaker and Doctor in the sledge for support. There's a Jaeger that they're going to have to take out, though. That is Nat bringing in that little bit of defense, and there you go. The metal panels are going to be taken care of, and that leaves Roni in a slightly more vulnerable position than he was before. In the meanwhile, Hibana has made sure to get the main breach done on the side of bedroom wall. A bedroom closet's main wall. Grenade goes out. That's going to take out one shield right here. That's the Vulcan shield that Trexon Bomb takes care of, but that's just one. There's ADSs to stop grenades coming in. Unfortunately for the side of Sync Ignite's attack. Oh, that's a C4 from below. That's Drish with that one. And the Goyo will happily take the life of Sandys. That is a very big drop right there. As Mist is here for cover, and Soul Shaker goes down. Jackson Bomb trying to push up. Mist is low on HP, and the Jaeger will be confirmed onto. Doctor finds Mist as well. Suddenly it's a 3 versus 3 right now. Very good couple of kills right here. As the Hibana unfortunately will go down. That is Haveli taking that one and putting the side of Nat back in the lead. Shots are being fired all over the place. Trexon Bomb, does he know that Drish is close? Does Drish know that he's close? He does not. And Trexon Bomb will take the kill onto the Goyo, who was busy playing vertical or attempting to play vertical. 2 versus 2 right now. Doctor is a little low, quite a bit low in fact. Haveli, he's lost just over a quarter of his own HP, so they're gonna be careful. The Mozzie spotted, but the Maverick does not take the kill. Instead, opts to fall in and drop. And it's now 1v2 in the last 15 seconds. Doctor, he's got the SMG. He will not be pulling any clutches today. And Nat will continue their winning streak of making a comeback happen. They're slowly staging it. And bit by bit, they are making sure that Sync Ignite gets a good fight. It is 4-3, still in favor of Sync. However, Nat are just one round away from equalizing out the scoreline. Will that happen? Will we see Nat make a comeback and pull for the victory? Or will we see Sync Ignite suddenly start pulling things back together? Round 8 is the round that we are in, of course, and we're going to be going to Basement Laundry and Supply Room.
Well, a really great performance coming in on the side of Nat, especially I believe that was Haveli with the SMG to finally end the reign of Sync Ignite. Currently, Sync Ignite is having a lot of problems dealing on the side of attack, in which we actually did see them performing really well on the side of defense, except those two sites, which was on second floor kid's bedroom, in which Nat successfully recovered that round in a very great fashion here. 3-4 is the score line, and with the Nat needing one more round to equalize the round against Sync Ignite, I don't think Sync Ignite is going to lead that one really easy just yet. Now, yes, in the beginning I was actually talking about the multiple entries that the attackers and well as both of the defenders in which they can be able to hold a perfect angle onto. I mean, you always see that one specific defender always holding on the side of freezer room, in which it would give a great angle, especially if the attackers try to, go for the plant on the laundry room. It would give a really great angle for the defenders to get those perfect kill indeeds. Maybe throw a C4 or a smoke gas canisters so that the attackers won't be able to plant on the default site of supply room. I actually did said laundry room, so I just have to apologize for that. Yes, and with that, the prep phase is done, and we will be seeing action phase coming in as Team Sync Ignite will be playing as we'll be having 2 hard breaches, but instead we're going to be seeing Soul Shaker playing as the gridlocks. Those track stringers will be very important, especially for an important operator like. For a moment there, I saw a vigil being played, but this time. It looks like it will be a 6-pick coming in, so no vigil being played, and that would be the bandit being played, I guess. I haven't checked it quite well, but hopefully that would be the 6-pick indeed. Maybe the roamer presence on the side of Team Nat is not that much. I believe they are only they just defended to they just decided to go for a stronghold indeed, and that's exactly what they're going to be doing instead. Now the attackers, knowing for the fact that there are no certain defenders who are currently being roaming on any particular sites, they're just going to do their normal jobs indeed, with Trexon using his breach charge to open up the hatch on the side of meeting room. Now keep that in mind that it's been electroclawed, so and the Thatcher is being banned, so taking out those electroclaws would be a really difficult difficult challenge for them indeed. So taking out the electric claw, traction bomb, you patiently opening up those hatches in such a great fashion, and he is not going to be taking quite a lot of damage with the electric claws indeed. So that is actually a good
Attackers
breaching
have located a
use
bomb.
on the side of traction bomb as he's going to be open it up, but the opening frag comes out as Sandy's is going to be taking out Haveli. That is the C4 and the mute gem is off the board, but an instant trade comes in, not an instant trade, but Thresh actually tries to contest on the blue bunkers as he takes out Doctor. The sledge is off the board, and the man count is equalized yet again. Basically, it is not equalized as Thresh finds another one from the blue bunker as he ends the life of Soul Shaker. Now needs to be careful on the head, and he immediately takes it out. Calculated with some great plays coming in. Another Calculated. Look at that. 3 kills from Calculated as Mist will be there to frag out Traction Bomb. And now it's all down to Calculated with his immediate great plays coming in with the pistol, in fact, and he is down on a 1v1 situation. He doesn't have the diffuser in hand, so I believe he's going to be picking out. No, he's not going to pick up the diffuser, but instead hold the angle on Freezer, which is a great opportunity. The push comes in, and he immediately takes out Mist. 4K coming in on the side of Calculated, and that too, he doesn't even use the bearing 9. It was just a pistol indeed. We actually get to see that wonderful one tap coming in from Calculated as he ends the push, and with that, Sync Ignite being also very dominant. They're going to be winning their first attack against Team Nat. Round 8 Basement Laundry goes in the favor of Team Sync Ignite.
Calculated with the calculated plays right there. Who needs the bearing 9 anymore? The pistol can do the job, and that is exactly what he was out there to prove, ladies and gentlemen, as he made a fantastic clutch happen in the 1v1 against the smoke. And at the end of the day, it just goes to show that it may be Division 3, but these players, these teams are just as competitive. They have just as much competitive spirit as some of the top teams in the world.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
I mean,
as many
at
bombs
least
as
in
they
this
can.
region, you know, maybe the world is a bit of an exaggeration, but who knows? Someday, seeing as, of course, our region is now part of Rainbow Six Esports itself, who knows, someday we could have an Indian team as the world champions. Am I dreaming a little too big? Maybe, just maybe. But it is still a dream that has been alive for so many years in this game, and it is one step closer to becoming a reality. Right now, however, it is round 9, and we are back on a Basement Laundry from the side of the defense. They tried their hardest right there. Mist was doing wonders on the other side with the SMG-11 of the smoke. Unfortunately, he just was not enough against the Hibana. It was actually pretty similar to way back in round 2 when the Jaeger for the side of the defense, that was Sync Ignite, made that 1v4 clutch happen. I believe that was Sandy's as well. And it was a fairly similar end where the attacker, was a Maverick. He tried to run to the attic rotation and was taken out while going for a little bit of a run. Right now, however, Sync Ignite, full credit to them where credit is due. They have done absolutely fantastically so far in the round. Oh, okay, wait a minute, Drish? He pulled out his bandit batteries for a quick second. A flashlight was on my... Wait, what is he doing? Why is he trying to pull out his bandit battery? I think he wanted a C4, but he pulled out his bandit battery a couple of times. Might have gotten his keybinds wrong. That's unfortunate for him. But indeed, the bandit battery can't exactly do that kind of damage. But no, ho, there is the Mozzie. Haveli playing underneath the white stairs door is gonna do a lot of damage indeed. Soul Shaker is gonna go down. That is the gridlock, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of map control that the side of Nat could do without. That's why they took out the gridlock first. You know, of course, it was the fact that gridlock was found first, but still, that is still a lot of map control that the side of Nat no longer has to worry about. Now, however, Nat, that is Drish, has to worry about the push coming in from the backstairs area of Big Tower. However, he's just being allowed to sit there for the time being. He has the Jaeger for cover as a smoke canister comes out from Blue Bunker. And the hard breach will happen from Calculated. The Jaeger being spotted. That's the bandit being spotted. And he'll take a bit of damage from Doctor's gun. Drish barely makes it out of that. And half HP to his name. Not too terrible. There we go. Another drone goes down in the meanwhile. Doctor, Sandy's calculated Trexon bomb. They're trying to push up. Dritch is trying to go for a bit of a flank right now, but Trexon will be taken down by Roni. That is now a 5 versus 3, and Sync Ignite are in a bit of a disadvantage. Dritch is going for a big flank. Doctor's grenade is going to find Mist in the meanwhile. That's a pretty big drop right there. The smoke goes down. But will Doctor find another one? He's close, but no, he just about isn't able to connect onto the head of the Jaeger, as Roni will take down Doctor, and Thrish takes down Sandy's. Leaving calculated, the last man standing. He's got a bearing 9, and of course the pistol, but shots are being fired. They know exactly where he is, and there's the Mozzie in a boiler room to take him off the board. Haveli, the Mozzie with the Commando 9, dancing around the hallway, goes into boiler by the pillar, takes out the Hibana, and finishes out the round. Round 9 goes to the side of the defense, and not beautifully done to them. Once again, getting that bit closer to equalizing the round count, as we are now going to enter round 10, and it is 5-4 in favor of Sync Ignite. And the side of choice, kids' dorms and dorms main hall.
Well, round 10, and it's just quite surprising to see Thresh. He was actually going for a rotate onto the freezer, in which Doctor had an opportunity to immediately take that frag out. Missing that opportunity, it didn't quite work out well on the side of Sync Ignite, as Nat Strong slowly gains the lead 4-5. They still need one more round to equalize the round against them, and yes, they do need around 3 rounds to eventually win this matchup against Sync Ignite. I just can't believe I just used my finger to count on how much rounds did Nat required. I was like, okay, all right, it's 4. I just need to do maths here. Wait, let me take out my fingers. All right, 5, 6, 7. All right, we only need 3 rounds. So it actually took a lot of time for me to process and know about how much round does Nat needs. But yep,
10 seconds left before
enough about me rambling about how bad I am at mathematics, and we're just going to be focusing out on how well that both of these teams are performing. Yes, Jack.
If I may, Baba, I feel like both you and I share this in common, as and we are exceedingly terrible at mathematics. Ooh, Rishon.
Yeah.
Okay, back to you, Baba. I interrupted
All
the
right.
action real quick.
Yeah, it's alright, no problem. We actually did see a spawn pick coming in, but unfortunately, it didn't quite work out well on both the teams. And it's just an information gathering here. Drish playing as the dog, quite interestingly. We actually did see him play as the bandit or the Hibana on the side of attack. Playing dog might give him a lot of opportunities, as he kind of decided to go for a spawn pick to take out Sandy's, but it didn't quite work out in the end when he was trying to hold an angle on the side of street spawn. Doctor is going to be using his breach hammers to open up the wall, so it would be very easy for Traxxon to use his breaching torch to open up the walls, which should be a lot of problems indeed, as a breaching charge comes out to contest the on the top, on the side of kitchen, as we're seeing a peek comes in from the top. Won't be able to see him, as Soul Shaker will succeed, and Sandy will also succeed indeed. 2 players down on the side of Team Nat, and currently they are in the danger zone, and Sync Ignite getting as best coverage as they need. They're going to be seeing them throwing a drone. Finds to know that Ronnie is playing also very close on the side of the attic room. Needs to be careful on how they are going to carry this one out. 2 flashbangs, 1 grenade should do the trick, but they need to be careful on how well that they need to execute it. Another drone comes in to confirm it, and I believe a Traxxon bomb is going to be opening up the walls on the side of attic to hopefully contest against them. He sees the head and taken. Soul Shaker, 2 kills in his name, and Haveli is down, which leads to only 2 players' presence on the side of Team Nat. And looks like that need to be able to down one. No, that is the SMG. That is Dexter eliminating Soul Shaker's killing spree, which there's only 1 player down on the side of Sync Ignite here. Dexter and Ronnie the Simp playing also very close on towards the side. They need to be careful, and as Ronnie takes out 1, that is Doctor off, but Calculated is here to save the day, taking out Dexter, and it's now all down to the Goyo. Oh my goodness, that is quite that is quite interesting to see there. Calculated, he actually didn't see the Goyo being played, as he immediately ends the life of Goyo, getting the win on the side of Team Sync Ignite, and looks like they are very close to winning against Team Nat. Match point is in. Sync Ignite on the lead, and Nat requires 2 rounds back to back to win against Sync Ignite and hopefully put this match to overtime.
Talk about a high-speed collision on the highway right there. The Hibana going on a high, killing one, trying to find the other, the last remaining Goyo, and just outright just slams into, just body slams into the Goyo and finishes him off with the Type 89A. Oh, that was quite the hilarious finish to the round right there, as we're going to be moving into round 11. It is 6-4. That is match point in favor of Sync Ignite.
Attackers need
Not
to
so
locate
far.
and defuse
They
bombs.
have been great. They have managed to at least come close to equalizing against Sync. However, Sync Ignite has always been 1 or 2 steps ahead of them, especially in the early game. Reminder for all of our viewers at home, it was 4-0 in favor of Sync Ignite when we hit round 5 initially. That was huge right there. That was very, very huge. However, as it stands right now, we are not exactly looking at a domination from Sync Ignite. They are
10
more in
seconds
line
left.
with keeping ahead of the curve for sure, but not
5
they've
seconds
given them a bit of
remaining.
a fight. Really? Unfortunately, the Mozzie can't pick up the
Attackers are
drones and
moving out to
captures.
locate a bomb and
That's a
defuse
little
it.
unfortunate, but maybe for the best. You don't want a Mozzie running around with 4 drones in his pocket that he can just throw out wherever he so pleases. That would be, I think that would be a little what's considered unbalanced in terms of gameplay. But it's a pretty intriguing idea, you know. I'd like to see that in the test server someday. Who knows? Maybe next season. Doctor already present in a big tower, accounted for, making sure that the hard wall is accounted for right now, taking out all of the soft wooden panels around it, making way for the Maverick to come in, do the soft wall trick, which would make it a breach nice and quickly. Treks on bomb. He's here, and he's going to be doing what he needs to do. However, it's being watched by Brony the Simp. That is the Bandit playing by Addict. He's taking a bit of damage. Checks on bomb. He's playing awfully close, or at least what he's trying to do is being done awfully close to that electrified wall. That's why he's taking quite a bit of damage, but no, the Bandit will go down. Doctor takes that kill. Meanwhile, there's the Jaeger on the flank. He's going to find the Ash, and Soul Shaker's going to drop. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did he find a collateral? I think he may just have the IQ and the Ash through the wall of kitchen. Oh, that is huge right there for
Wow.
Drish. Oh, you don't see that every day, ladies and gentlemen. That is definitely going into the highlights reel right there. As Drish, he just pulled off something magnificent for his team. As a collateral kill is going to give him a 2K. And he's going to be going for a bit of a run, maybe? Question mark? No, not quite. He can't, of course. As Sifu comes in, will not find anything, but Doctor's going to go down. That is Drish once again. It's now a triple kill, leaving the side of Sync Ignite more than just a little bit bruised. Treks on bomb and Calculated are the only ones remaining, as that collateral has hurt them quite a bit. But Drish, he's now hurt quite a bit as well. The Hibana does a bit of damage. The Treks on bomb is going to be going around towards shower quarters down below. 50 seconds remain, and Sync Ignite need to make a push happen. That's a chef's grenade being prepared right now. Will it find anybody? Yes, it will! Dexter's gonna be blown away to smithereens. He tried to push up early. Unfortunately, wasn't able to stay alive for too long. Missed. He's up next on the chopping block, but there's another grenade being prepared by Treks on bomb. He's gonna throw it in. Not gonna find anybody, unfortunately. Flashbangs go out. Will it find where the meat's playing? Excuse me, where the smoke's playing? Nope. One of the SAS brothers that is still alive is going to find the Hibana dropping in from the main window. And now Treks on bomb's been spotted coming up from Armory Corridor. At least, that's what the defenders know. And oh, that's a big drop right there. Drish is going to go down, but there's less than 13 seconds remaining for Treks on bomb to make a clutch happen. He's trying to peek. Shots fired. They know where he is. He knows where they are. At least one of them. Will he find one? No, he won't. Nat is going to be taking this round. Missed with the SMG and the jukes on the smoke. Is going to be giving the side of Nat round 11. And now there's a little bit of a back and forth coming in between both teams, ladies and gentlemen, as we are on round 12, the round of ones. Sync Ignite, they only need one round to win it out. They're the ones on match point, and one winning round here is the end of this match. However, Nat, if they win a round, push for overtime successfully and give themselves a second chance at staying alive in this game. 6-5 is the scoreline, and we're headed to basement laundry and supply room.
Well, looks like Drish has attained some powers from Kish to immediately get those three important kills playing as the Jaeger. Quite an impressive place coming in on the side of Team Nat as they have not
Attackers
given
need
up
to
just
locate
yet.
and defuse
Basement
as many
Laundry is going to
bombs
be the
as they
side
can.
on round 12 and this will be a round of ones. 1 point for Sync Ignite to win against Team Nat, and 1 point for Nat to put this match to overtime. It is going to be really interesting indeed because the pressure between both of these teams is high and above. We're going to be seeing Desta playing as the Kaid. It's quite interesting to see him not using the revolver, but instead he'll decide to use the .46 Mac carbine, I believe. Wait, did I just spell that out wrong? Maybe, yeah, maybe not. Actually, maybe, yeah.
10 seconds
Anyways,
remaining.
yeah, as I was saying, for Nat, is going to be a deciding
5
factor to
seconds
them
to
to
go.
decide how well they're going to be playing onto, especially Drish getting those important kills on the side of the
Locate
kitchen,
and defuse the
getting
bomb.
2 kills, one from kitchen as well as on the meeting hallway in which he actually get that kill unexpectedly. And with that, I believe he's going to be going out for a spawn peak on the rear stage where all players on the side of Sync Ignite has decided to focus on the side of Dish. He's going to be in a bit of a trouble, but he will be safe just for now. Knowing the fact that they'll be pushing on the side of big towers, Dish will confirm and hopefully he has a lot of covers indeed. A really great, wall banks coming in, but Thresh will immediately eliminate it. Doctor is out, and with that, Sync Ignite is already in on a trouble here with Thresh playing also really great, and he's just we're gonna be seeing Thresh fall back on the side of Kishan, holding an angle, hopefully to make sure that the man count on the side of Team Nat will be strong as ever. Sync Ignite, they really need to keep up the pace because they only need 1 point against Team Nat to win on a map like Oregon, and looks like they're already on a one-man down indeed. C4 being used to make a rotation indeed on the side of Aphelios. Thresh will be able to take out another one. That is Soul Shaker down and out. Maybe be able to see 3, but Traxon Bomb will be there to save it yet again, eliminating Haveli. But that is only one operator down instead of Team Nat. Drish will be able to make an angle against Calculated, but he still survives that shot, leading to only 10 HP. And Drish, he is very confident indeed. He likes to get all of those kills as best as he can, but he decides to play it passively. That is a really wise play coming in. And on the side of Sync Ignite, their main possibility is to eliminate Drish as best as they can. But since Drish is wasting a lot of time for the attackers, it is going really also well on the side of Team Nat here. Trexen doesn't know that Jaeger is playing also quite close. Goes for the pre-fire, eliminates it, but Trexen Bomb will be there to shut down Drish. This would give an opportunity for Sync Ignite to get to the side and hopefully win this match once and for all. But will it be the case though? We still have Dexter and Mist, the most powerful players, I would like to call it, as the best anchors for on the side of Team Nat. We've already seen them performing really great on previous round. Will they be able to do it again is the biggest question here. 36 seconds left on the side of the attackers here. We're going to be seeing a smoke canister being thrown out, which leads to Mist having only 1 smoke canisters. And I believe one of the electro claws is being placed just to trick out the Hibana's pellets, which would make a lot of difficult lives on the side of Sync Ignite as they only have 20 seconds left. They have to make this push happen here, or else they have to go up against Nat on overtime. 15 seconds left as Ronnie finds one. That is Sandy's off. At least Calculated and Trexen, the only 2 operators left on the side of Sync Ignite. The push comes in, Calculated goes down, and now it's all down to Trexen here as he gets a triple kill with the pistol, eliminating one. Another pistol comes in, but in the end, Bandit wins out, and that would be Ronnie eliminating Trexen as we are going to be seeing overtime against the Sync Ignite here. I think it's better for me to just leave this hype towards on Jack, so you know what to do, Jack.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to rumble? Overtime is in play. 6-6 is the scoreline, and it is round 13 in play. As the second floor dorms and dorms main hall is going to be the site of choice as well. As it looks like Checks on Bomb seems to have a little bit of an issue with some skins. Maybe not. He's been talking about this for quite a while. However, it's up to the admin's discretion, of course, to tell us what is going to happen from this point onwards. In the meanwhile, we are going to be going ahead with the round for the time being, at least until a call comes in from our dear admins in the back end.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many
There
bombs
we go.
as they
Prep
can.
phase is up and running as Nat are going to be on the defense going into overtime once again. They have the defender advantage of Oregon, and even if they have been struggling against Sync Ignite so far, they managed to bring it back yet again. Going into round 5, they were 4-0 down against Sync Ignite, managed to take 2 rounds back-to-back, swing the momentum in their favor, and bring it 4-2 onto Rosop from where they nearly equalized. They have now. Once again, they were down quite a
10
bit.
seconds to
It was
insertion.
6-4 in favor of Sync, and that have equalized yet again. And a
5
quick look at the
seconds
scoreboard shows us Drish 15-10 for the man. He has come
Attackers
out
objective
with
is to
guns
locate the bomb.
ablaze, not to say any less of Dexter, Roni, Mist, and Haveli, as they've got 9-8. 9-9, 8-5 each as well. While we've got Trex on Bomb here, 11 kills for him. He's also in double digits. As Doctor, the guy brings out 8, Sandy and calculated 9 each, and Soulshaker 8 as well. Arguably speaking, a slightly more equalized distribution of kills towards the side of Sync Ignite. However, of course, that is besides the point, seeing as it's not just about kills, it's also about support, it's also about intel, about utility, and all of the good stuff. The Ash is going to find the head of the Jaeger, not quite. Is the Jaeger going to find the head of the Ash? Not quite. Drish and Sandy's trying to take each other on. Unfortunately, won't be getting any early kills as the hatch gets dropped at the request of Drish. But that's all that's done is give Sandy's a little angle to peek. Of course, playing vertical on the low ground, especially on a map like New Oregon, not exactly the best situation you could be in as an attacker or a defender. It works either way, but it's not like the attackers of Sync Ignite couldn't win those vertical challenges if they so desired. Time is of the essence as it goes with an attacking round, and right now Sync Ignite will be looking to expedite the processes that make their attacking round a success, which is getting intel, getting utility clearance done, making sure that defenders are falling left, right, and center. Right now, Drish is going to be trying to make sure that an attacker falls, and that could have been calculated, but not quite. He didn't peek far enough to find the Hibana, or for the Hibana to find him. That's why we're not going to be seeing either of them take the fall. A grenade is being prepared, Trex on Bomb knows exactly how much needs to cook it, but there won't be any casualties off of that. Hibana's going to be busy opening up a line of sight onto the wall, the attic wall, alright, from the inside of bedroom. That's a little interesting right there, how she was allowed to get away with that while Soulshaker's here to take a couple kills, but Trex on Bomb is going to find Haveli right off the bat. That's a big drop. The Mozzie on the kids' dorm's door. As Trex on Bomb is trying to get into sight as well. Smoke grenades are coming out standing. He's trying to play vertical against the side of the defense, but he's not finding anybody just yet. The attackers have the advantage. That is Sync Ignite. They have the advantage right now in this 4 versus 5 that has found themselves in. Make that a 3 versus 5. Sandy's going to shut down Mist, and that's another big drop. Mist has been doing very well for his team, but Drish is going to go down in the meanwhile. That was a shot from Doctor, who finds another one onto Dexter, and now it's all down to Roni. He's going to find one, but he's caught in a 1v5. And unfortunately, there was somebody towards the side of the white stairs rotate. That was calculated. The Hibana taking the kill, shutting down the Legion before he could do anything more. And that is why Sync Ignite are going to take yet another round. Round 13 goes to them. And we are overtime match point on round 14. Sync are in the advantage. And they are 7-6 up.
Well, round 14 it is, and currently it is on the favor of Sync Ignite. 6-7 is the score line, as we're going to be seeing Sync Ignite being on defense. They'll be defending on basement, laundry, and supply room, in which it's basically, yet again, the pressure is on between these teams. Let's see how it's going to be turning out on the side of Sync Ignite. A really positive feedback on
Attackers
attack,
need to
but they
locate and
immediately
defuse
takes
bombs.
out the entire operators on the side of Team Nat. With Team Nat being on the side of attack, what kind of execution is the most interesting is interesting decision to see here. We're going to be seeing the Goyo's Vulcan shield being placed on the boiler room to make an angle on boiler on the side of blue bunker, unless and until it should be better to combo it with the Jaeger's ADS just to make sure that the amount of utilities that Nat throws onto them, it will be denied, and hopefully the deployable shield will be intact for the rest of the point here. A lot of
5 seconds left.
yeah, I believe we're going to be seeing two of the players going for the roam. I guess it is Soul Shaker who's going to be doing the roaming duties, in which it is kind of interesting to see it, but no, he's actually going to go for a spawn peek here on first floor lobby holding, just to make sure to take out any operators being on the side of the street. Spawn here. Unfortunately, he won't be able to find anyone just yet, but he may be able to find someone on the construction site, and looks like we're actually going to go for a actually yes, as I was trying to call about it, a Soul Shaker.
Bomb diffuser has been dropped.
We're just having a little bit of problems here as
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
Well, it looks like there's a few problems coming up, and the admins want to call a rehost, but it is mid-round, so the question remains, will the rehost be taken? Calculated says not mid-round, as right now the action may or may not come to a grinding halt, ladies and gentlemen. It is 1 round away from closing everything out, and that could be a little bit of an issue. Looks like they don't want to take the rehost mid-round. They won't allow it. The players, that is, and of course the final decision of rehost is up to them. As C4 comes out, Drish will, however, survive that. He's going to come back in for the play. As right now, shots being fired towards this Ash Flashman comes in. Well, that'll help him out in the slightest is the question to be answered. Doesn't look like it has. All it's done is allow him safe passage to the other side of the blue bunker hallway. Calculated, holding down from the side of a boiler room. He's got a shield to help him out. That's a Gore shield, mind you, as he's sitting behind that. ADS is saving him from getting flashed to infinity and beyond. And there are angles being held all over the place. Cross angles from the side of Sync Ignite as they're trying to hold on to the best of their ability, ladies and gentlemen. And then there is the utilities coming out from both teams. That is always required right now in this current meta of Rainbow, as Drish is trying to push blue bunker. Everybody, actually two of them, two attackers are trying to push blue bunker, and Jackson Bomb with the moves. He's going to fall back in and get the reinforcement done, but Drish is going to take down Calculated in the meanwhile. That is a smoke off the board. That's a pretty big drop right now, and Mist is going to fall in, try to go for the plant maybe, but he'll be found instead. That's a diffuser drop, and that is the thermite drop as well. 4 versus 4 right now. The Ash is going to go down as well. Jackson Bomb with the double, gets the shotgun out. He's waiting for a push coming in, but there's also the Jaeger. The shotgun comes in for 1. He's got a triple kill, and then there's Soul Shaker to take out Dexter, and that's a huge drop right there from the side of Nat, as Sync Ignite are gonna be the winners on the overtime situation on New Oregon. What a play coming in right towards the end from the Mute. SMG-11 and shotgun combo along with the Jaeger for cover to ward off the attackers, as right now we have just ended this game, and look at that. I believe that's the first time we're seeing a all double digits kill count from the side of any team, and that is of course Sync Ignite with 10 kills to everybody else, and I believe that was 15 or 16 kills to the top. And no surprises right there, as we will of course be ending out this match today, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to be right back on the other side as with another very exciting game. That's Sangford Esports versus Team L2K, and that's a match that's pretty interesting for a lot of reasons, and a lot more after that, as Sync Ignite are your winners here on New Oregon. With all that being said, we'll be taking a quick break, and we'll be right back on the other side. Stay tuned.
What's up guys, Captain Arya from the Esports Club here with some pretty awesome news. Now, as you probably know, we've been running the WD Black TEC League for Rainbow Six Siege powered by LG Ultragear for the past few months. As we come into August with our final season of the league, we wanted to celebrate with you guys who have made this an amazing experience and an extremely successful esports event. We've teamed up with some of our favorite partners to give away an entire esports PC for one lucky viewer. Yes, one of you is going to take home a complete PC featuring some of these awesome parts. First up, we've got the LG Ultragear 27GL 650F gaming monitor, 27-inch, 144Hz, 1ms with an IPS panel to make sure you're at the top of your esports game without sacrificing picture quality. Then we've got an amazing lineup of accessories coming in from HYPERX to make sure that you're always on top of your game. Cloud Stinger Core gaming headset. For the keyboard, you've got the awesome HYPERX Alloy FPS RGB mechanical keyboard. Then your mouse is the HYPERX PULSEFIRE Surge. It's got a brilliant RGB all around the mouse. For the mousepad, you've got the HYPERX Fury S. That is the speed edition of the extended mousepad. And then of course for your memory, you've got the HYPERX Fury RGB RAM. You've got 16 gigs at 3400 megahertz. Next up, we've got the WD Blue SN550 NVMe SSD to make sure you're spending as little time loading and booting up and spend more time gaming. And then of course, at the heart of this PC is the Ryzen 5 3600X CPU. Now, as you know it, at the heart of every gaming PC is a great GPU. So we've teamed up with Zotac Gaming to give you a brand new RTX 2060 because frames win games and there should be nothing between you and top of the line performance. Next up, we've teamed up with NZXT, who make some of the best and most premium PC components on the market. Powering your PC is going to be the C850 fully modular power supply, and your cooling solutions are going to be taken care of the KRAKEN X63 all-in-one liquid cooler. Now, we wanted to make this PC something truly special, and while the NZXT H510 Elite is a great cabinet for anyone, it wasn't enough. We teamed up with NZXT to give the winner of this giveaway a brand new NZXT H510 Siege Edition cabinet. This is a limited edition licensed Rainbow Six Siege themed cabinet from NZXT. There are only 500 of these in the world and just a handful coming to India. The side panels of this cabinet are themed in the wall and door reinforcement designs from Rainbow Six Siege, and there is an illuminated 6 icon on the front panel along with a 6 icon charm and a puck in the signature breach charge design, which is only available with the H510 Siege. And one lucky winner on this giveaway is going to get a full esports PC sitting inside this beautiful cabinet. Now that you know everything that there is in the giveaway, the question is how you can take part. Well, it's fairly simple. First, head on to the link in the description of this video. Once you're at the giveaway landing page, fill out your details and follow the instructions. First, head on over to Facebook, make sure you're following us. 2, make sure you're following the Esports Club on Instagram. And 3, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Simple so far. Now the interesting part. In a 1-minute video on Instagram, tell us why you deserve this epic new PC from the Esports Club and all our partners. Make sure you follow the instructions carefully, use the right hashtags, tag the right accounts, and you can be one step closer to winning this epic setup. Now that's it guys, just a little bit of work and you can be one step closer to getting yourself your dream PC. I'm Captain Arya and this is the Esports Club, and we hope to see you in our next tournament.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Ready to breach.
Go, go, go! Follow my lead! Flashback!
What's up guys, Captain Arya from the Esports Club here with some pretty awesome news. Now as you probably know, we've been running the WD Black TEC League for Rainbow Six Siege powered by LG Ultragear for the past few months. As we come into August with our final season of the league, we wanted to celebrate with you guys who have made this an amazing experience and an extremely successful esports event. We've teamed up with some of our favorite partners to give away an entire esports PC for one lucky viewer. Yes, one of you is going to take home a complete PC featuring some of these awesome parts. First up, we've got the LG Ultragear 27GL 650F gaming monitor, 27-inch, 144Hz, 1ms with an IPS panel to make sure you're at the top of your esports game without sacrificing picture quality. Then we've got an amazing lineup of accessories coming in from HYPERX to make sure that you're always on top of your game. Cloud Stinger Core gaming headset. For the keyboard, you've got the awesome HYPERX Alloy FPS RGB mechanical keyboard. Then your mouse is the HYPERX PULSEFIRE Surge. It's got a brilliant RGB all around the mouse. For the mousepad, you've got the HYPERX Fury S. That is the speed edition of the extended mousepad. And then of course for your memory, you've got the HYPERX Fury RGB RAM. You've got 16 gigs at 3400 megahertz. Next up, we've got the WD Blue SN550 NVMe SSD to make sure you're spending as little time loading and booting up and spend more time gaming. And then of course, at the heart of this PC is the Ryzen 5 3600X CPU. Now, as you know it, at the heart of every gaming PC is a great GPU. So we've teamed up with Zotac Gaming to give you a brand new RTX 2060 because frames win games and there should be nothing between you and top of the line performance. Next up, we've teamed up with NZXT, who make some of the best and most premium PC components on the market. Powering your PC is going to be the C850 fully modular power supply, and your cooling solutions are going to be taken care of the KRAKEN X63 all-in-one liquid cooler. Now, we wanted to make this PC something truly special, and while the NZXT H510 Elite is a great cabinet for anyone, it wasn't enough. We teamed up with NZXT to give the winner of this giveaway a brand new NZXT H510 Siege Edition cabinet. This is a limited edition licensed Rainbow Six Siege themed cabinet from NZXT. There are only 500 of these in the world and just a handful coming to India. The side panels of this cabinet are themed in the wall and door reinforcement designs from Rainbow Six Siege, and there is an illuminated 6 icon on the front panel along with a 6 icon charm and a puck in the signature breach charge design, which is only available with the H510 Siege. And one lucky winner on this giveaway is going to get a full esports PC sitting inside this beautiful cabinet. Now that you know everything that there is in the giveaway. The question is how you can take part. Well, it's fairly simple. First, head on to the link in the description of this video. Once you're at the giveaway landing page, fill out your details and follow the instructions. First, head on over to Facebook, make sure you're following us. 2, make sure you're following the Esports Club on Instagram. And 3, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Simple so far. Now the interesting part. In a 1-minute video on Instagram, tell us why you deserve this epic new PC from the Esports Club and all our partners. Make sure you follow the instructions carefully, use the right hashtags, tag the right accounts, and you can be one step closer to winning this epic setup. Now that's it guys, just a little bit of work and you can be one step closer to getting yourself your dream PC. I'm Captain Arya and this is the Esports Club, and we hope to see you in our next tournament.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Justice. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Ready to breach.
Go, go, go! Follow my lead! Flashbang!
What's up guys, Captain Arya from the Esports Club here with some pretty awesome news. Now as you probably know, we've been running...
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the W Black the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultragear in association with Zotac Gaming and Games The Shop. I am your host, Blackjack. Joining me is my co-host and analyst, Baba Gusta, and our admin, Mr. Reborn, as we are here for the second game of this first stream of Day 5 of Division 3, and it is a Live to Kill versus Sangfroid Esports. A very, very big game here, ladies and gentlemen, as it is, in a way, a reunion of Division 1 in Division 3. And why I say that is because Sangfroid, up until Season 3, of course, it was 2 or 3, I forget exactly what season it was, they were in Div 1 earlier, and then Live to Kill, they have players who were in Div 1 as well, former Union Gaming and former Reckoning Esports. So it's a little bit of a Div 1 reunion in Division 3. And it's going to be a pretty interesting game to see how that affects the plays that both these teams make. Meanwhile, we're of course here in the ban phase, but before we get any farther into this match, a quick reminder to all our viewers to check out the socials of the Esports Club on Facebook and Instagram for the giveaway of a limited edition Rainbow Six Siege PC featuring an NZXT built Siege-themed PC cabinet, and there's only 500 of these across the world, so if you want to have a chance to check out and win one of these for yourselves, go to the socials of the Esports Club on Facebook and Instagram, and the link down in the description below to have a chance of winning one of these for yourselves. With all that being said, a big game ahead of us. Baba Gusta, what's your take on the match that we have on hand?
Well, judging by the great amount of win-loss ratios that you're going to be seeing, Jack, L2K having a win-loss ratio of 3-1, which one means that they've lost against Sync Ignite. 5-7 was the scoreline against them, in which Sync Ignite took the win against Team L2K. Now, coming back to Sangfroid Esports, they have definitely been in a wrong position indeed. 1-4 win-loss ratio, and they've only won against KL11. 7-4 was the scoreline yet again. For Sangfroid Esports, they are currently in the danger zone indeed, and for the Sangfroid Esports fan, it is very, very disheartening to see it. And looking by the community votes that we've actually seen on Instagram, we're going to be seeing Team L2K 70%, and on the side of Sangfroid Esports it is 30%. So it looks like our dear viewers have been favoring the side of Team L2K, and even if I say so myself, sad to say that even I also think that Team L2K might win against Sangfroid Esports, or else there might be some interesting fact to see how Sangfroid Esports might go up against L2K, knowing the fact that they've been performing really well on the previous seasons, but this specific season and going up against L2K is definitely not having a really good day for them.
Absolutely right there, Baba. Just as you said, Sangfroid Esports all the way down at 6th position, barely edging out against KL11 Esports and Statics Gaming, albeit both of those teams are not in a better position either as compared to Sangfroid Esports. Overall, their performance this season, those three teams that is, has not been great, and Sangfroid will be looking to change that today. However, they've had a disconnect right before we had a chance to introduce our viewers to the rosters at hand. Speaking of which, let's have a quick look at it. A quick look at it, of course. JV, Rats, Nos, Fatals, and Dr. Dan coming in today as a sub for the side of Live to Kill. That's an interesting one right there. Are going to be up against Sangfroid Esports' HYPERX, Nyx, Discount Chew, Stoneheart, and the player who disconnected right there. He's trying to fight against a couple of attackers right now. He's being chased by a Montaigne, and he's going to pull back to the safety of the site. But there's a repeller, and that's Dr. Dan to find one, but JV is going to go down to HYPERX. In the meanwhile, the Capitao takes a very early kill, but the Thatcher has been lost. And Thatcher, of course, unbanned today to the surprise of nobody, seeing as these days other bans have taken precedence, especially within the players of Div 1. Just like we said, this is a sort of a Div 1 reunion here in Div 3. But it is still a game of Rainbow Six, and only one team can win, even if it is a little bit of a bizarre situation. Flashbangs are being caught out by my Magnus. Those are the flashbangs of the Nomad, of course. Nos, a man on the MVP leaderboard for Div 3. He is, if I just take a quick look, on the 4th position, a 1.4 KD, 40 kills to his name. Not bad at all at the end of week 2. Unfortunately, Frankfurt Esports have not been able to reach the MVP standard. Coming in, but it's not going to find anybody. Rats, he tried to do a little something special right there, but Nyx, he only took a smidgen of damage. HYPERX will, in fact, go down. That's Rats doing some actual damage. Nos finds one. Dr. Dan goes down to Discount True. In the meanwhile, it's a 1v3. All down to Discount True inside of Billiards. He knows that there's Rats coming up the blue stairs. We see the sledge. Yes, will he finds the head? There's a big one drop right there. As it's now down to Nos and Fados. Fados is going for the plant. Discount True. He's trying to vault in. He's able to. Will he see the Nomad? No, he won't. Not in time anyway. And Nos is going to take that kill against the Jaeger. Discount True falls. And that is Team L2K with a very, very quick and very early take on second floor hookah. I mean, I say early, but we've seen rounds go much, much later than that. It was a fairly swift drop on the side of Frankfurt Esports. Hopefully they'll be able to recover. Maybe, maybe not. That, of course, is up to L2K how they make their plays happen. We're heading back to second floor hookah and billiards on round 2.
Well, round 2 is in play and an explosive start from both the teams, especially HYPERX getting those important 3 kills, but in the end he couldn't get a final frag against the IQ, who was holding an angle on the side of Hookah Lounge. And it's quite saddening to see that they've already one player on the side of Team Frankfurt Esports has been disconnected, so they're already starting this game off with a one-man disadvantage, which is quite saddening to see. We're going to be proceeding to round 2. Second floor hookah is going to be on the side yet again. This time they will be adapting to the situation of what has been happening on, especially with the first frag as Dr. Dang picks out a specific player who was holding on the side of Hookah Lounge, but well, let's see how it's going to be working out just yet again. Rats with the, even though with the nade which didn't quite work out on the Hookah Lounge, he will however get that frag on with the SMG-11 on the white stairs, and then immediately gets fragged out from HYPERX. He was performing really quite well on the billiards room, a really great headshot coming from him, but this time L2K winning their first round. Well, round 2 is in play. It's going to be the same site yet again. The same operators, I believe, JB with the Thatcher. Even though a heart breacher operator isn't quite necessary on a map like Coastline, Thatcher would be very overpowered, especially when it comes to taking out any utility presence being available on any specific site. So maybe he can be able to throw it off on the roof as Fatals will turn to get that first frag. HYPERX, the important operator indeed, he's just going to be falling on the side of service entrance, as Rats will also find another one indeed. True is off, and just like that, 2 of the, I would say, the denial operators is off at the board, which leads to Nyx and Stoneheart, the heavy anchors, and they need to, however, decline any push coming in, as Nyx will be able to find out Dr. Dan. That's important. That is the Capitao off the board. They won't be able to use any smoke poles or the attack poles, as JB is going to initiate the plant. They chill, which in fact will be successful. Now with the post-ban situation coming in, as Nyx will be able to find another one indeed. That is Rats on the side of the Sunrise Bar. He needs to be careful on that specific angle in which Echo has been holding on to. That is the only 2 angles he's been holding on to, as one of the A jabs is going to get picked off, and JB will be there to eliminate Stoneheart with 3 downs to Nyx. As the only operator remaining left on the side of Frankfurt Esports, and he needs to find 3 players. He will eventually find 3 players. He might be able to find 4. No, he won't be, because they are holding an angle, one from the ruins and one from very close to Hookah Deck. The push comes in from the Echo, and he will fail against JB, who will take the final kill against him, as Team L2K will actually win on round 2 on second floor hookah yet again against Frankfurt Esports.
Round 3 is in play between both of these teams right here, ladies and gentlemen. 2-0 is the scoreline, and L2K are giving a no quarter right now. I'm not entirely certain what the decision making was behind the positioning of that shield on the hookah deck door, But whatever it was, it did not work out. All it did was give the Thatcher cover while he went for the plant and managed to stick it as well. That was JV right there, finishing out the plant. An early one for the side of L2K, shortening the round significantly. And then, of course, in the post-plant situation, Nix, he gave it his all. He got a 3K. Unfortunately, he could not convert that into a round win. Even if he had gotten the Thatcher, that would have been huge right there, because the Thatcher drop would have meant that the remaining attacker, who was all the way out at Ruins, had no time to come in and contest. At least that's what it looked like. It could have been, it could have been closer than we originally thought. Definitely was closer than we originally thought it would go. But 2-0 is the scoreline right now. Lift to Kill have taken 2 rounds back to back. Sangford are changing things up. They're heading to first floor kitchen and service entrance. And right now, this site may or may not facilitate Sangford giving themselves a chance at a comeback. We're about to hit action phase in round 3, and somehow Sangford Esports have not managed to get their 5th player back, and it's probably a big power cut or an internet disconnection issue that 5th player is facing. So we're not going to be having a full 5 versus 5 right now between both teams, and it's very saddening to see this. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. It is the rainy season in our region. As the response coming in from the dock will not, unfortunately, find the head of Rats. The IQ a little too speedy for the dock, and Discount, True, will not be able to find that headshot. Pushing in slowly. HYPERX is taking a bit of damage. He's trying to peek on the side of a Sunrise. He's actually done quite a bit to Rats, but Rats is still more than alive. He's trying to find this Jaeger. Oh, that could have been a wallbang right there onto HYPERX. Could have been, was not. And Rats is low on HP. He's going to have to be careful on what kind of gunfights he picks. Discount True playing a fairly slim vertical angle right here, all the way from the floor of a penthouse to the bathroom hatch. And that's an angle we get to see quite a bit, but it's still an angle that I wouldn't say is utilized a whole lot, seeing as bathroom hatch is a hatch that nobody drops these days. At least they don't as much as they used to. Dr. Dang is going to make his way into Hall of Fame. The Captain pushing the 2nd floor along with the Buck, who is busy making vertical lines of sight on towards site. There's Nos coming in for support as well. The Doc is trying to challenge that vertical line as a Discount True is going to fall back as well. And here's Dr. Dang to fall on the bathroom hatch, as in fall down the bathroom hatch. Just as I sort of pointed out, nobody really likes to fall down the bathroom hatch anymore. Dr. Dang's out here proving me wrong, ladies and gentlemen. But of course, he's gonna have to do a lot more than just drop one hatch. He's gonna drop a few bodies and then get the plant in. And will he be able to is the real question right now. Stoneheart, he's been spotted. He's repositioning towards the side of the bathroom, at least towards the side of the desk. And he's gonna be throwing out another gas canister as well. There's a Nomad on the white stairs who's been spotted. The Echo comes in, but no, he's down and he will fall. Oh, Nix, he gave it a good attempt, but all he could do was give Nos a little bit of damage, a little bit of a tickle. Not more than that. Flashbangs it out. Will the Buck find this kill? Not quite. Nos is going to find a Discount True in the meanwhile, as Stoneheart is somehow weaseling his way out of everything, but he finally falls. And there goes the Jaeger on the rotate outside. Rats is finally going to finish off both HYPERX and Stoneheart, and that was a cat and mouse chase between the Buck and the smoke. Stoneheart somehow weaseling his way out of everything. Barely alive, Rats came in, said enough games, and shut it down, along with, of course, the Jaeger to finish off the round. 3-0 is the scoreline. We're headed to round 4, and we're going to be going back to first floor kitchen and service entrance.
Well, round 4 is in play on map Coastline, and Team L2K is on a roll. 3 wins on attack. This is going to be progressing to round 4. Kitchen is going to be on the site, and it will be very difficult for Team Sangford Esports to go up against L2K. Maybe the fact that they've already have a one-man disadvantage. Yes, I actually don't want to say it quite a lot, but still, I do have to appreciate on how well that they've been holding off L2K's execute, because in any site that you actually go to see on to, I'm really quite surprised on how well Sangford Esports do survive at around 1 minute left, in which they actually defended quite pretty well. And it's quite interesting to see HYPERX placing both of these reinforcements on the side of Theater Room, which would give a lot of I wouldn't say it would give a lot of protection for the defenders. So, well,
5 seconds to
looks like
insertion.
according to the last guy, looks like he had an unfortunate power
Attacker's
cut. It
objective
happens
is to
every
defuse
single
the bomb.
time. It's really sad to see that power cut won't be. Power cut is mainly the reason why he won't be able to reconnect it back again.
Defender has
Which leads
left
to
the
Sangford
area of
Esports going
operation.
back for 4v5
Defender
yet
is
again.
exposed.
Hypertushi, he decides to go for a run out on the sides of Ruin, in which Rats was currently spawned, but unfortunately he won't be on his line of sight. The yokai drones being thrown on the white chest to make sure to get those perfect intels so that the roamers will be able to get a proper intel on where exactly the push is coming in. We'll be seeing Rats entering on the aquarium balcony as he's already in. He's just starting to find any operators currently being present, as a lot of wall banks currently being situated while Dr. Dang pre-fires while he was on the VIP balcony. Rats, he will be able to find one, and that is Hypertushi off. But still, the penthouse really needs to be careful, as Rats will get another kill. That is already 2 players down on the side of Sangford Esports, which remains only 2 players on the side of Team Sangford Esports. Make that one, as Rats, he'll be able to get another kill. A heavy aggression coming in from Rats, as he's going to be hunting down the last operator. Indeed, that is Stoneheart playing on the side of reception desk, and a lot of destruction coming in from the Buck as he uses his skeleton keys to open up. They're currently figuring out the exact location of where Stoneheart is, as he is being played on the side of reception room. He's just slowly and steadily he starts to push in, as I believe he actually finds the exact location on where Echo is. That MP5D, it has a built-in suppressor as well. He may be able to find the head, but no, Dr. Tang will be there with the angle being played on the side of service entrance, as L2K will be winning their flawless round on round 4, first floor kitchen, as we will be proceeding to round 5.
Round 5 is in play, and Sangford Esports are taking a beating right now. No, not even mincing words. And I mean, I can say that without even sounding disrespectful, because that is exactly what is happening right now. Sangford have looked far better than what they are looking like right now. And it's a little bit of a shame to see them in this situation, but at the end of the day, there's only so much we can say and do. As casters, we just have to hope for Sangford to slowly and steadily try and push back against the side of L2K's dominance right now, as we are in a 4-0 situation. And Sangford are being
Defenders,
taken
protect
to
your
the
bombs from being
cleaners.
defused by attackers.
Round 5 is in play. We're heading back to second floor hookah and billiards. No surprises right there. No defensive sites have been won. Sangford have not won a single defensive round. They're going to be setting up the standard stuff. No
Bomb
big
located by
out of the
attackers.
blue changes to their hold right now. They can make this happen with 4 people. Don't get me wrong. They've come awfully close for a couple of rounds now. Unfortunately, it just hasn't quite worked out for them in this round 5 situation. And L2K, I mean, they're not really,
10 seconds
they're
left.
not taking any quarters. No prisoners are being taken, no quarters are being given. They are here to win this match, give themselves a better positioning. As a quick reminder to all of our viewers, as things stand right now in Division 3 at the end of Week 2, L2K was in second position again, just below Team Nat. Now, Nat, they did unfortunately lose against Sync Ignite today, and Sync Ignite, they were on third, just below L2K. They'll probably be taking a bit of a better position right now, having won 4 games. L2K, in the meanwhile, they have won 3, lost 1. So, if they win this game, it will be a 4-1 win-loss for them, and they'll be able to give themselves a better position in the table as well. Maybe even take first if their round conversion is good enough. But whether or not it is, it remains to be seen. Nas, in the meanwhile, is going to be shutting down Nyx. A big drop happens yet again. The Echo is down. Now all the denials for the side of Sangford remain on Discount True and Stoner. There's a run out in from the defenders. That's Discount True. He went for a big run out on the side of the VIP balcony. Unfortunately, couldn't find anybody. He could go for one more. Maybe, just maybe, he could go for another big one. But doesn't look like he is for the time being. Side push is coming alive from the side of Live to Kill. They can't wait to take this round yet again. You can see there's a hint of impatience and or quickness, you know, depends on how you interpret it, in their eyes. EMP comes in, Rats is in. He might go for a plant right now. Shots are fired. Stone is going to find Dr. Dang, and JV is going to go to the Hypertushi. That's a couple of big drops. But here's Rats with a G8 to find one. Can he find one more before he goes on plan? Maybe, just maybe. Yes, he will. And he's going to find the head of Stoneheart, but this is Discount True. It is the Pulse. He could go for a C4 right now. He might just be. He's going to throw it. Will he find the kill? Oh, come on. Discount Shoot. No, he's already thrown it, but Rats is on the table. He's not going to take any damage whatsoever, but he's going to find Fatals in the meanwhile. The plant is still done for, and that is a 1v2 that True has to play in a post-plant situation. He's got roughly 35 seconds to make this happen. However, Sangfroid, they definitely need this round. Discount True, he would love to get this round for his teammates, but will he be able to? Will the clutch come out from the Pulse? The UMP is in against the G8 and the KRX. He's going to take some shots. That's the Nomad. Will he find him? No, he won't. Nos dipping and dodging around. The UMP's rather slow fire rate is going to shut down the Pulse and shut down Discount True, of course, giving round 5 to the side of Team L2K. Sangfroid Esports not having a good day whatsoever.
Well, it looks like they're definitely not having a good day indeed, even though a great crossfire angle being placed from HYPERX and Stoneheart, eliminating two of the important players on Team L2K. Rats just immediately recovers it by taking out both HYPERX and Stoneheart. A really great attempt, but in the end, Sangfroid Esports won't be able to make an important plays indeed. 5 attack rounds, one on the side of Team L2K. Sangfroid Esports haven't won any single round on defense just yet. According to the ban match, it's quite I wouldn't say it's that surprising at all, banning a Blackbeard and a Hibana, especially on a map like Coastline. You don't require that a lot of hard features indeed, but the most important operators that you'd obviously be able to have on to would definitely be Blackbeard, because all you have to do is just repel from the windows of billiard rooms or on the side of penthouse window. That's basically where the sights is going to be, or even on the kitchen side as well. Holding that angle, Blackbeard with that rifle shield being used is heavily overpowered when it comes to taking out a specific defender operators, even though if he had the upper ground, even if he had the upper advantage. So eliminating BB would be a best cause, and also Hibana being bad also quite gives the opportunity, for the fact that Hibana won't be able to use her Excaros pellets to open up any wall on the side of the billiards wall, in which as Hibana, all you have to do is just get on the top of the hatch. But look at that, Rats, he is actually going to start immediately eliminating True, who was unfortunately going for a spawn peak on the side of Sunrise Bar, but he unfortunately he will be dragged down instead. Rats, he is quite an animal indeed, getting those 2 kills, but immediately gets gunned down from HYPERX itself. But immediately trade comes in, and just like that, Stoneheart is the only operator remaining, and he needs to fight all 4 players. But in the end, not immediately shut it down. L2K, a flawless win, almost a flawless win indeed, as they're going to be winning round 6 on second floor hookah, and a match point to them.
Well, this is definitely a little weird. We seem to have been kicked out from the custom game. Yeah,
That's interesting.
That happens actually every now and again. Even in the technical test server, we've seen this happen playing the TTS. You get disconnected randomly from matches without any sort of warning or notification at home, as it is 6-0 match point in favor of the side of L2K. Sangfroid Esports feeling the loss of their 5th very, very heavily indeed, as they are currently down as 0-6. I mean, there's really not much we can say in this situation, as Live to Kill have, like I said, given no quarter, taken no prisoners. It's always been them all dominating against Sangfroid Esports in this little bizarre Division 1 reunion that we're having here. And this reunion definitely is one that Sangfroid Esports may be thinking, probably shouldn't have attended this one. Who knows? I'm just joking, of course. I mean, I know that people are going to take that out of context, maybe not. But still, just to clarify, I'm just making a joke. I'm just trying to liven up this match for all of our viewers, as it is what it is. 6-0. I mean, you love to see a 6-0 every now and again, within all the overtimes and all the 7-4s and 7-5s. A 6-0, 7-0 match, you definitely like to see it here and there. As Dr. Dan's going to go for a big run out, but is he going to be able to make it back in time? He is. The Jaeger, he went out wide peeking. Unfortunately, he could not get a couple of kills, but will the Doc? No. Rats won't either. This country knew that there was a peek coming in, and Rats pulled back just before the Ash could actually get any kills off of that. HYPERX, okay, he's going to start things off with the side of the attack, taking up Fatals from inside of Ruins. That's a big one. He's being contested by an Echo right now. He can find the head. One taps, one taps being traded. No, still no kill. Not yet. It's going to pop up in the kill feed any second now. JV's taking a bit of damage. He's going to get revived up by the Doc, and he's just prone peeking his way to glory right now inside of sight. HYPERX is going to change up his peek as well. Try and peek the side of the hookah deck door as Rat's going to find HYPERX. There you go. The Doc gets that kill on the Zofia. You don't contest a Doc on any angle. He will shut you down within seconds. But Stoner's going to take down Rats in the meanwhile. That is the Doc off the board. Just as I say that you don't want to challenge the Doc, Stoner challenges the Doc and he wins, ladies and gentlemen. As right now it is around, it is a 3 versus 3 situation between both teams. Liftical looking a little bit shaky this round, definitely, for sure. Sanctuary Esports have managed to take a couple of very important kills. As Stoner is going to spot where the Jaeger is. Intel's going to be traded between teammates right now. And Nyx, he could make a punch hole angle. He will, but that's not going to overlook where he needs it to. At least not yet. The Sledge, he hasn't taken any damage. Neither has Dr. Dang, the Jaeger on the roam. Find somebody, he will. The smoke was unaware of the positioning of the Sledge, and that's why he's going to go down. He's also peeking the Jaeger. He will take that kill. As suddenly it's a 1v3, all down to JV, the Echo, the last man standing in Aquarium. A sudden twist of events has unfolded as flashbangs are being thrown in the direction of the Echo right now, as the attackers are trying to make their way in. Do they know where JV is playing? I don't think they do. JV could go for a peek right now out of the window in luggage, but he's also got an Echo drone inside of Aquarium, so he doesn't really need to do much. But the Ash is suspicious. She probably knows. She definitely knows now where this Echo's playing. Shots are going to be fired, but no, JV is going to win that. And a discount true falls. Plant is coming off. Stoneheart is doing it. He will be able to. Nice and quickly. There's an upside down rappel from Nyx on the main window. Will he be spotted out? The Echo keeps ahead. He's trying to get it. No, he only just misses the scalp of Sledge's bald head as Nyx is going to take the kill instead. And finally, Sanctuary Esports are going to put a round on board for themselves, keeping themselves alive just a little bit longer, as they have won second floor hookah and billiards here on round 7. Round 8 is in play, and it is 6-1 in favor of L2K.
Well, that wouldn't be a flaw. On the side of L2K, we won't be able to see any flawless victory against Sanctuary Esports, especially HYPERX with some great shots being displayed on when he was holding an angle on Ruins through to the billiards window. He actually did get those wonderful kills indeed, as we're going to be progressing to round 8. Fatals will be playing as the Rook. Those armor plates would provide a lot of support when it comes to going on against a gunfight. Keep that in mind. Yes, the damage would be a little bit reduced, but the main thing about armor plates is no matter how much damage you do, there's a higher chances where you might be downed instead of getting picked off quite early, and that's what basically an armor plate does. You can actually combo it with the GIGN brothers, that is Doc himself, which is quite important indeed. But this time we won't be able to see a Doc being played, so it's just going to be Rook for now. So on the side of attacks, HYPERX, on the side of attacks, we'll be seeing the same, the operators instead. We're going to be seeing the Zofia, Ash, and Sledge, in which all 3 of these operators are soft breachers, and then you have the Nomad those air jabs, denying any flanks which would appear on the side of the defenders. And I believe on the round 8, we might be able to see Rats going for a run out yet again on the Sunrise Bar window. The only problem is he's not going to be rushing out, he's just going to be holding an angle instead, waiting for a perfect moment for them to push on in and get the frag. In his HYPERX, he might be able to get picked off quite early. No, he won't. He will survive. And looks like Rats is going to be making a bullet hole, basically, on to hold an angle on the side of the, I would say, on the ruins as Rats. He will be able to find HYPERX, unfortunately, which would lead to a 5v3 situation on the side of L2K here. Rats getting that first frag indeed, will give Sancford Esports a lot of problems to deal with on the side of defense, owing to the fact that they have to win a total of 5 rounds in attack, which is basically a more difficult thing, knowing the fact that two main players are not available or down indeed. Now Rats, he's going to be contesting against True, in which he's playing on the windows of the side of the blue room, in which I believe Rats will be taking a lot of damage indeed, but it's just a back and forth moment just yet. The push comes in and he'll eventually down and immediately eliminates them, leading to next. The only operator left playing on the side of Sunrise Bar, and every player is pushing on in and gets eliminated. JV taking the final frag, as they will be winning round 8 on second floor hookah. An almost flawless victory against Team L2K on map Coastline.
Well, a 7-1 comes out from the side of Lift to Kill. Nothing too special there, girls. Just gonna come in, destroy Sancford Esports completely, and move on. And it is a 7-1 in their favor at the end of the match here on Coastline. Fantastically done from them. And unfortunately, Sancford will only secure themselves a worse position than they already had when it comes to the league table standings in Division 3. But with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it from us for this first stream that we had. And the 2 games that we had, of course, were the first one on Oregon, Nat versus Sync Ignite. Sync managed to win it 8-6, going off from a 4-0 early round score. They were the victors there, and well-deserved too, as on the other side, Sancford Esports versus Team L2K. L2K took that 7-1 on Coastline. Sancford, they definitely felt the absence of their 5th, as we're not quite sure what happened right then. It could have been a park, it could have been a whole host of reasons, but we will never know. And they, unfortunately, with the loss of their 5th, lost the match as well. 7-1 to L2K, and that is going to do it, just like I said, for this first stream. We'll be right back in a quick moment with a new one with 2 more very exciting games, and that's going to be KL11 Esports versus SAW and Knaves Gaming versus Statics Gaming. 2 very exciting games indeed, and we'll be right back with those. Stay tuned.
What's up guys, Captain Arya from the Esports Club here with some pretty awesome news. Now, as you probably know, we've been running the WD Black TEC League for Rainbow Six Siege powered by LG Ultragear for the past few months. As we come into August with our final season of the league, we wanted to celebrate with you guys who have made this an amazing experience and an extremely successful esports event. We've teamed up with some of our favorite partners to give away an entire esports PC for one lucky viewer. Yes, one of you is going to take home a complete PC featuring some of these awesome parts. First up, we've got the LG Ultragear 27GL 650F gaming monitor, 27-inch, 144Hz, 1ms with an IPS panel to make sure you're at the top of your esports game without sacrificing picture quality. Then we've got an amazing lineup of accessories coming in from HYPERX to make sure that you're always on top of your game. Cloud Stinger Core gaming headset. For the keyboard, you've got the awesome HYPERX Alloy FPS RGB mechanical keyboard. Then your mouse is the HYPERX PULSEFIRE Surge. It's got a brilliant RGB all around the mouse. For the mousepad, you've got the HYPERX Fury S. That is the speed edition of the extended mousepad. And then of course for your memory, you've got the HYPERX Fury RGB RAM. You've got 16 gigs at 3400 megahertz. Next up, we've got the WD Blue SN550 NVMe SSD to make sure you're spending as little time loading and booting up and spend more time gaming. And then of course, at the heart of this PC is the Ryzen 5 3600X CPU. Now, as you know it, at the heart of every gaming PC is a great GPU. So we've teamed up with Zotac Gaming to give you a brand new RTX 2060 because frames win games and there should be nothing between you and top of the line performance. Next up, we've teamed up with NZXT, who make some of the best and most premium PC components on the market. Powering your PC is going to be the C850 fully modular power supply, and your cooling solutions are going to be taken care of the KRAKEN X63 all-in-one liquid cooler. Now, we wanted to make this PC something truly special, and while the NZXT H510 Elite is a great cabinet for anyone, it wasn't enough. We teamed up with NZXT to give the winner of this giveaway a brand new NZXT H510 Siege Edition cabinet. This is a limited edition licensed Rainbow Six Siege themed cabinet from NZXT. There are only 500 of these in the world and just a handful coming to India. The side panels of this cabinet are themed in the wall and door reinforcement designs from Rainbow Six Siege, and there is an illuminated 6 icon on the front panel along with a 6 icon charm and a puck in the signature breach charge design, which is only available with the H510 Siege. And one lucky winner on this giveaway is going to get a full esports PC sitting inside this beautiful cabinet. Now that you know everything that there is in the giveaway, the question is how you can take part. Well, it's fairly simple. First, head on to the link in the description of this video. Once you're at the giveaway landing page, fill out your details and follow the instructions. First, head on over to Facebook, make sure you're following us. 2, make sure you're following the Esports Club on Instagram. And 3, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Simple so far. Now the interesting part. In a 1-minute video on Instagram, tell us why you deserve this epic new PC from the Esports Club and all our partners. Make sure you follow the instructions carefully, use the right hashtags, tag the right accounts, and you can be one step closer to winning this epic setup. Now that's it guys, just a little bit of work and you can be one step closer to getting yourself your dream PC. I'm Captain Arya and this is the Esports Club, and we hope to see you in our next tournament.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultragear Gaming Monitor.
Ready to breach.
Go, go, go!